Okay, so first of all, welcome. Good to have you guys with us here at 5 o'clock.
And by the way, I'm not Rico.
Definitely not.
No.
But you have better hair.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's got a date night tonight, people. Stoney will be appearing live. He'll be signing steaks. It's going to be a big night for you and the missus.
Yeah, well, I just got a text. I said, are we going out? She goes, no, I'm making white bean chili. So that's what.
So you got your hair all gussied up for nothing? For white bean chili? Okay, that's not. Stop.
Hey.
Stop right now. You're out of line. Now, let me give you the news of the day, and then we're going to talk about Brad Holmes. The news of the day, it was brilliance by Michael Stone, and it turned into an actual news story, which was you started the day saying, hey, the Dolphins fired Mike McDaniel. Tell me one good reason why the Lions shouldn't make an attempt to hire him as OC.
And if they didn't even reach out, it would be organizational
Correct.
malfeasance.
And I had said, I can't argue a single reason why not to. I would just say I have doubts because the Lions don't act like that. Mm-hmm. They don't do Rams things or Eagles things. Couple hours later, Ian Rappaport says the Lions reached out. Credit.
Good.
Respect. Whether they land him or not, I don't control that. And they don't control that. If the guy wants to be a head coach and hates the snow, well, I can't help you. If he gets offered one of the 7 openings, no problem. But I would hire Mike McDaniel today. I would make him the highest paid OC in the sport. And the weapons you have here align with what he likes to do, including he is a run game wizard. Has never had great O-lines in Miami, yet there they have been in years past with devastating rushing attacks. I love it. I love him as a coordinator, not a coach. So that's one. Want your feelings on that. The second piece is the Brad Holmes press conference. And look, you're never going – press conferences, we can't get people to agree pizza's good. You're never going to get everybody to feel good about a press conference.
No.
You and I both agree. Brad Holmes started out okay.
More than okay. I thought he started out really well.
Started out good. You know, this wasn't up to our standards. This year was a failure.
He ended up giving himself an F when asked.
And
like
then
Campbell. Yeah.
Then he kind of hit some black ice and careened into the median.
Mm-hmm.
And dodging questions about what aggressiveness means. Had a pretty bad answer about edge rushers. And overall, look, he saved himself in one regard because it was a lot of but, I work hard. But it was, look, we're close to a Super Bowl. I don't think we're far away. But maybe I need to analyze that too.
Yeah, I mean, he was Brad Holmes. I mean, that's what he does. He's not a great orator, number one. But like you said, let's judge him more on actions rather than words. It's good that he was, took some responsibility, took a lot of responsibility. That's good. But when we sit there as not a show or shows, as a community who basically begged to get another pass rusher, and for the most part, people realized that, Myles Garrett and Max Crosby were pipe dreams. And maybe the way Cincinnati treats their players, Hendrickson was actually a pipe dream too, even though we thought they would be able to get something for him. It didn't work out. And he just doesn't get it. I just don't think he understands it. Look, he did a really good job of building the foundation. I make the Lions are like a house. Brad Holmes is a builder. Brad Holmes, they built a great foundation. Cement's all good. They built up some really good walls. And all of a sudden, when they got to the roof this year, it kind of fell down. It didn't hold up the rain. The gutters are busted. Well, you got to fix the gutters. And he doesn't seem willing to do that in the way that we want.
Yeah, he said the way we go about identifying players will not change. Mm-hmm. I know the approach on the edge rusher, he said, won't change. We'll get that audio to you momentarily. It's going to be actions, not words. So look, you have two things to react to. Mm-hmm. The press conference itself, and then the news that they have reached out to talk to Mike McDaniel, fired Dolphins head coach, to be the offensive coordinator. So yeah, obviously, if you want to steer it positive, you go with Mike McDaniel. I mean, it would be an absolute grand slam. And with the players you possess, and what have I said to you guys? I want outside counsel. I want a new set of ideas, a new way of doing things. I want someone who's not drinking the Kool-Aid to walk in here and say, great, the way you do it is good. This way's better.
Yeah.
And I think Mike McDaniel could do that, and he'd be highly motivated because here's the deal. If you come here and you get this Lions offense rocking and rolling, not just beating up homeless people, right? Against the bad teams, you scored about 42 a game. Against the good teams, you scored about 22. Okay, you were a bully. If you really come in here and get this right, Mike McDaniel, in a year, maximum 2, will have a pick of the litter for a second go-around to being a head coach. It's a perfect fit.
No
Very
doubt.
few places can offer that to Mike McDaniel.
No.
Very few.
I mean, there's some interesting other options for him, but we're not going to do completely Mike McDaniel out of Detroit radio.
No. I'm saying I want to give the Lions credit for being aggressive
Yes.
and reaching out.
Yeah.
Because that's a major move. You're going to have to lay out major money, and Dan Campbell will have to cede all control. You're never getting that level of OC here, and you're going to breathe over his shoulder into his microphone. It's not going to happen. But again, your reaction to Holmes, your reaction about Mike McDaniel, those are the two things we're rapping about. 248-539-9797. Stoney, what did I miss? I missed anything else?
No, you're not. He did say that it appears that David Montgomery's done here, which you could read the tea leaves anyway.
Well, he's the 7th highest paid running back in the sport, and he's clearly a backup.
Yeah.
$7 million a year for 8 carries a week.
Right.
Goodbye. And by the way, who signed that extension that you didn't need to sign?
Exactly.
You did, Brad.
Yep.
No, you didn't need to do it in the middle of October.
No.
There's no need. That's what they need to reanalyze, is getting all boned up and signing their own players too fast. How about that?
That'd be nice.
Did anyone ask about Kirby Joseph after we cut away?
Yes. Let's see what Rieger had to say.
I didn't mean to ambush you there.
No, it's okay. I got it here.
I'm just interested.
Because I asked him. He said he's happy that Kirby can now just here we go. Doesn't regret the contract extension, said the injury popped up from nowhere, had no way of knowing about how bad the knee was before they extended him. Didn't really say if he'd be able to play again, kind of skirted that question. He's happy that Kirby can now just rehab and not try to force the recovery to get ready for a game.
Okay. Now, if I'm being unfair, I want you to stop me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That terrifies me.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
it's not unfair.
The easiest thing to say is, hey, we expect he'll be back by camp.
Yeah.
That would be the long view.
Correct.
The short,
that would be the spin view. This isn't, he's giving that would be the positive spin view.
Right.
Now he's being, looks like more realistic, number one. And then you couple that with when Branch is going to come back, which is probably, between October 1st and Halloween. And all of a sudden, as we all want him to go into the draft and, target D-line and O-line, suddenly safety becomes a priority.
Yikes.
Whether in draft or free agency.
Let's get some phone calls. Get to the people. Nick has been very patient, 97.1. Nick, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, Valenti. You took the words right out of my mouth, and here's the thing. What really irritated me was when he said, we understand that there hasn't been a major trade, and we're going to continue to work on the foundation we're built on. I'm going to do it like this. If he worked really that hard, why are we going from 15-2 to missing the playoffs? He doesn't make trade in free agency, and I'm glad you brought up the edge rusher thing because it's going to irritate me based on what he's got to say in a minute. And also, based on Mike McDaniel, I'm shocked that they would even do that. Good for them. If they can get him here, go ahead and do it. And that's all.
Listen, the Mike McDaniel thing, tip of the cap. Massive respect. That's acting like a big boy. That's acting like a team that wants to win a Super Bowl. I think it'd be brilliant.
But just enough with the Marcus Davenports and the Josh Pascals. Get someone like a Daniel Hunter who can actually.
They're not going to do it. I'm going to play. I'll tell you what, Nick, and believe me, we're all aligned on this. They're not doing it.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason for him to say what he said with the conviction he said it, to then double back and go against it. We will.
He doesn't work that hard for it.
We'll play it in a few minutes. I'll have Kenny. Can I have it by 5:15? Is that fair?
Yep. Thank you.
You got it, Nick.
Yep.
Yes.
I have it right now if you want it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's play it.
Yes.
Well, replenish means to me,
They're gone.
get better. Yes, they're gone, but get better than those two, especially Davenport.
No, I want Davenport back again. I want to keep doing this. I want Davenport and Alex Cobb forever. And I want to see who plays more games. Just bring him back on a lifetime deal. I want Davenport to be Bobby Bonilla. Just keep bringing them on back.
Davenport Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Exactly.
You want?
Bring them on back. What it says here, you signed him to a 4-game contract. What is that? Well, that's the only games he's healthy for.
Yeah.
We figured why sign him to a year?
He was more useful than Najee Davenport.
Okay. Yeah, that's a reference the older people will get.
Yes.
But no, that answer right there, I knew he would do it. I knew he would try to pimp that. Whoa, we had a 14 and 11 sack guy. And it's like, yeah, you want to talk time to pressure? Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about how effective or ineffective that rush was? Do you want to talk about the run defense, which those guys are a part of?
Correct. He did talk about that, though, at the end.
He hinted that they were healthy, but it was uncharacteristic was the word he used.
Yes.
Look, I have said to you, I think they need to rebuild the defensive line.
Yes.
I don't know that Ali McNeil's the same player anymore.
DJ Reader's certainly not the same player.
Gone.
Yes, he's done.
Toast. Roy Lopez was your best D tackle.
I know.
You're gonna give him a payday? No. You're gonna pay Bob Muhammad? I'm not paying him $14 million a year. So now you're back to square one, and he says the approach will be the same, which means dollar store opposite Hutch.
And it also means hoping that who I will refuse to be able to pronounce his name correctly, the 6th-round draft choice out of Boise State.
With El Hassamin.
Right, well,
are we doing this again?
Well, that's what they're probably going to do.
Well, then nothing's changed.
Unless they can draft a guy who they draft at, 17, who's going to be an impact person on the defensive line. I think Tyleik Williams will get better. He was,
He's fine enough. When you're taking a guy late first round.
Right.
I just need Tyleik be in the rotation.
Yeah.
He's fine enough. But I didn't see anything this year that is suggestive, oh, baby, we got to steal.
No, not at all.